The United States has once again issued a stern warning to Iran, with President Donald Trump making it clear that Washington will not allow Tehran to move closer to acquiring nuclear weapons. As tensions simmer in the Middle East, Trump's latest remarks have reignited concerns over a possible military confrontation and the future of nuclear diplomacy. Speaking to reporters, Trump said Iran still has a chance to reach a deal with the United States. However, he warned that if Tehran refuses to negotiate or resumes activities linked to nuclear weapons, it could face severe consequences. The warning comes at a time when the Middle East remains on edge, following months of military escalation, missile exchanges, and growing fears of a wider regional conflict. One of the biggest concerns is the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway connecting the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea. Nearly 1/5 of the world's oil supply passes through this strategic route every day. Any disruption here could send global oil prices soaring and impact economies across the world. Although Iran has repeatedly hinted that it could block the Strait of Hormuz during periods of conflict, such a move would carry enormous risks. It could trigger a strong international military response and severely affect Iran's own economy, which also relies on maritime trade. Trump also stressed that the United States remains committed to preventing nuclear proliferation in the region. While he left the door open for diplomacy, his message made it clear that Washington is prepared to respond if negotiations fail. Meanwhile, international observers continue to monitor Iran's nuclear program closely. Western nations have long expressed concerns over uranium enrichment activities, while Tehran insists its nuclear program is meant solely for peaceful civilian purposes. The renewed rhetoric has also raised fresh questions about the future of sanctions, regional security, and the possibility of another round of high-stakes negotiations between Washington and Tehran. Experts warn that any further escalation could have consequences far beyond the Middle East. Energy markets, global shipping routes, and international trade could all face significant disruption if tensions spiral out of control. Countries across the world are now urging restraint and calling for dialogue to prevent another major crisis in an already volatile region. For now, diplomacy remains on the table. But with strong warnings from Washington and continued uncertainty over Iran's nuclear ambitions, the world is watching closely to see whether the two sides move toward negotiations or toward another dangerous confrontation. The coming weeks could prove critical, not only for US-Iran relations, but also for global stability, energy security, and peace across the Middle East.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to Mirror Now.